This week's episode of Strangeries is so strange that it may be hard to digest, pun intended. I would also like to point out that this episode involves images of a disturbing nature and is therefore not suitable for a younger audience. Some of your beloved celebrities, including Will Ferrell, Gwen Stefani, Debbie Harry to name a few, have all attended these so-called Cannibal dinner parties, hosted by none other than Marina Abramovich. Firstly, I want to bring you up to speed on who Marina Abramovich is, so that you can understand just how bizarre this story is and how far the rabbit hole really goes. Marina was born in Yugoslavia on November 30th, 1946, which makes her nearly 71 years old. Her work explores the relationship between performer and audience, the limits of the body and the possibilities of the mind. Active for over 3 decades, Abramovich has been described as the grandmother of performance art. She pioneered a new notion of identity by bringing in the participation of observers, focusing on confronting pain, blood and the physical limits of the body. One of the things that stands out about Marina is her apparent obsession with satanic ritualism, in particular her performance piece entitled Spirit Cooking, in which she used pig's blood to write slogans on the wall of an Italian gallery back in 1996. There are also many images of Marina using satanic symbolism, such as snakes, skulls and the 5-point star. Now, these images and performances are not conclusive pieces of evidence that she is indeed a Satanist or linked to the occult, but she has repeatedly used these symbols and rituals within her artwork, which is a little odd and quite creepy if you ask me. These dinner parties serve up fake cadavers as if they were sacrifices, everyone taking a slice and seemingly carrying on as if it was a perfectly normal everyday occurrence to eat a pretend human. Some of the performances at these dinner parties include Debbie Harry, aka Blondie, plunging a huge kitchen knife into one of these cadavers. The last time I hosted a dinner party, I certainly didn't serve up pretend human flesh and act as if it was a performance that pushed the limits and boundaries of what is acceptable. But I guess if you are part of Hollywood, it's a standard Saturday night out with the squad. The cadavers all appear to be female and are brought out on stretchers carried by semi-naked waiters. The waiters cut slices out of them, which are then passed around the guests. Some of the guests seem to take great pride in eating these sacrifices, some even planting their faces into the groins of these cadavers as if they were satisfying some sort of predatory sexual desire. Marina has also recently been linked to John Podesta, who was the presidential campaign manager for Hillary Clinton during 2016 through his brother Tony Podesta. What I am about to share is not evidence or fact that either Tony, John or Marina are involved with satanic rituals or Satanism. This is merely a transcript of an email that was sent to John regarding a dinner invitation with Marina. This email, I am sure, has and could be misconstrued and misrepresented, but when you consider the undeniably strange and odd cannibal dinner parties and so-called spirit cooking that Marina has performed and often refers to, it is at the very least questionable. Perhaps surprisingly, other celebrities with a little more following and fame had an interest in the occult and dark magic. During some of his darkest hours using drugs, Elvis Presley turned to books about the occult, looking for some sort of higher consciousness, perhaps out of desperation to relieve whatever was plaguing his mind. Sammy Davis Jr. was also surprisingly heavily into the occult and Satanism, most notably being involved with the Church of Satan, which was founded by Anton LaVey in 1966. So, what do you make of Marina's work, and is it proof of Hollywood cannibalism and satanic ritualism? Or is it just performance art that is designed to provoke a reaction and take us outside of our comfort zones? Whatever you think, it is undeniable that these dinner parties and Marina's performances are just plain weird, if not quite disturbing. I hope this week's Strangeries episode didn't freak you out too much. If you enjoyed this video, why not give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, subscribe so you don't miss the next exciting episode. Thanks for watching.